Happy Boxing Day from everyone here at the Jolly Scarecrows channel, and to celebrate the festive season I have made a Battlin Boxers deck just for you to beat up your friends and family with over the remains of your Christmas meal. So Battlin Boxers are they now feel like a retro archetype in the fact that they're kind of a 4-star warrior Xyz toolbox. Really, we're going to focus this deck around trying to summon the Battlin Boxer Comet Cestus. The best way actually of doing this is through a new card here, Ascension of the Seven Emperors. Basically, this allows you to search for something like Rank Up Magic, the 7th one, and if your opponent has a special summon monster, you can then immediately go and bring out the Comet Cestus. And so that's interesting. So we're running a few bits of that, and then we're running a kind of simple Battlin Boxer deck. So they work best when there are monsters in the graveyard, and really you're just going to try and get 2 or 3 of them on the field to Xyz summon. So we're running 3 copies of Veil, which can special summon whenever you take damage. It's got no attack, so you can always do that. If you have one on the field, you're going to bring out Sparrow. Ideally, you want to open with this so you get a free 4-star on the field. Headgear is good because it gets a Battlin Boxer in the graveyard, and then you can use cards like Switch Hitter, which when normal summons allow you to special summon one from the graveyard, or things like Battlin Boxer Spirits, which again let you special summon a Battlin Boxer from the graveyard in defense position. In terms of supporting cards, we're running this Infernal Noble Knight Renaud, and also an Astral Krebo. Basically with this, if you have a warrior on the field, you can special summon it, and then you can either go into Allied Justice Catasta to destroy a kind of non-dark threat, and we know that actually at this point in the format, things like Lyrilusk, Flunderies, whatever, Invoked, there's a lot of actually non-dark threat out there at the minute, so Catasta can work quite well. And it also allows you to cycle some of your Battlin Boxers that are in the grave and bring it to your hand. Astral Krebo works kind of similarly in that you can reveal one of your level 4 Xyz and you can summon it, and then the number Xyz, and all the Battlin Boxers are that, except for Lead Yoke, will be unaffected by card effects and can't be destroyed by battle. So this is a really useful card. That's why we have to run 3 of these. So in theory, you get 2 or 3 of these out. Astral Krebo will become a level 4 to help you with this. And then really often the one you're going to want to bring out is Nova Kaiser, the number 79. So if this is destroyed by battle card effect, you get to special summon its materials back, and it can recruit a material per turn, so it's really good at recycling itself. And then this one requires 3. This is the one in theory that you'd rank up, and this basically inflicts kind of more damage. Its effect is actually a bit naff, to be honest, but you need it in there to support Comet Cestus, which is a great card. Once per turn, detach material, destroy a monster, and inflict damage. So yeah, really, really useful card. Constant damage infliction, really good for going second. We're running 2 copies of Xyz Import because you'll often have an Xyz monster on the field, and so you can just simply set this as a quick play spell, and as soon as your opponent summons a monster, you can immediately yoink it and use it as material, which is obviously really useful for when you have a Cestus facing the field. Potentially you can also use it to support Lead Yoke. So whilst this isn't a number, so you don't want to be associating it with Astral Krebo, Lead Yoke can then provide protection. So you can detach a material from this card instead of one of your monsters will be destroyed, and then this card gains 800 attack. So it kind of absorbs in all of the damage that something like a Nova Kaiser might be inflicting or being inflicted on. 3 copies of Evenly Matched in the deck, because often you'll have a battle phase where you just have one kind of Xyz on the field, and so this card works really well, and I think it fits the theme of boxing, I'd say. We're also going to be running a copy of Titanocyder, essentially some anti-extra deck stuff, and this basically reduces the attack to 0 because a lot of the Battlin Boxer effects revolve around destruction by battle, and so getting your opponent's monsters to 0 attack is super useful. So we're running 3 of those, 3 evenly matched. 2 Battle Guard Howling, because again, it can protect some of your warrior monsters. Pretty much everything we're running is warrior, except for the Astral Karibos. And yeah, this is more damage inflicting so that you're able to make a punch that might knock them out. The last card is Return to the Seven Emperors, which is really useful if you can get out the number 105 or C105. You can negate one of the effects of your opponent's monsters, or you can special summon an exceed for your graveyard. So if you happen to use the 105 as material for the effect of the C105, with this set you can then bring it back. Yeah, I quite like Battlin Boxer Spirits as a way of, hopefully you're able to send the top card of your deck to the graveyard, and that might be Battlin Boxer. That's why we're running quite a few of them in. Obviously, when any of your XEs does destroy, or even if they just battle really this turn, then you can able to bring out Divine Arsenal, and often this is what will break the game. You know, we know how good this card is, wipe the field, and then start up again. If you do happen to get 2 4-stars out and the 1-star Renault, you have access to Trishula. But alternatively, you can also just link them. Other cards you could consider including, more kind of specific boxing themed stuff here. Excuse me, so things like Desperate Tag, which I guess actually might be more wrestling because of that mask. There are Battlin Boxer specific cards like Jolt Counter and Last Counter. I put these on the side because really Evenly Matched just does a better job. But if you want to play something more themed, then these are the options you'd go for rather than the Evenly Matched and the Titanicider. Might also be worth considering the Infernal Steering Deal, especially if you're running more copies of the Knight. This allows you to search for the right Battlin Boxer for your current situation. There's one more Battlin Boxer that isn't in this deck, and that's because we're only running 2 3-stars, and that's the Counter Punch, which is the Honest, which can also work from the graveyard. It only gives 1,000 attack, but that graveyard effect is super nice. Even though to enact its effect is banished, so you can't use it twice. They're the only 3-stars we're running, so I didn't think Cheat Commission was really worth added in, because you don't really want to see Counter Punch on the field too much. And all it really does is, it is quite funny actually, it lets you to set a spell card from your opponent's hand to your side of the field. So I feel like it's its own entity really. It would be interesting to use this against certain decks, but I don't know how many are reliant on a sole spell. But yeah, we'll see. I feel like it's its own thing. Maybe we'll have a specific Cheat Commissioner deck on the channel. That's all from me. I'm off to enjoy the festivities. There should be another deck coming on the channel at the beginning of the new year, and then from there we've got a whole range of 2022 decks lined up for you, which we can't wait to show. Hopefully some of the Abyss Actor decks, which we've been working on for the past few months, will feature in that as a little preview. Right, happy Christmas guys. Take care. Sign out.